Hey y'all, I'm Angela Beller and I'm a Senior Gold Ambassador with Plexus, and I'm so grateful to be on here tonight sharing my lupus testimony. And my testimony is just one of hope and renewed strength and living my passion and purpose. Those are the three things that I say when I share my testimony now. My testimony has changed a lot over a year and a half, and I'm excited to share that with you. I'm running a few minutes behind, but for very good reason. My sweet friend Leanne Meeks was here visiting today. She's on our team. She lives a couple hours away, and we have become such good friends. And we ran into another team member at dinner, and I'm telling you, this community continues to just bless me so much. So, about a year and a half ago, I was in a completely different place. I had daily pain, mobility problems. I always say that I watched my family living life around me from a chair, from a couch, and really from a wheelchair. And if I had to take my kids school clothes shopping or go to amusement parks or walk more than about a block, I had to take my transfer chair with me. I literally owned my own. And it was just like, what is this? I'm 44 years old. And just thinking about my testimony today really just brought up so much gratitude in my heart, because not only has my health improved and I've gotten my life back from the symptoms of lupus controlling me, but my family is healthy. My 9-year-old doesn't suffer from migraines anymore. She was on medication from the time she was 2 years old. You know, my daughter has an autoimmune disorder and she doesn't struggle with that anymore either. So I could go on and share many testimonies, but for me, as I said, I was just really struggling through life, and I didn't look sick. I could put my makeup on and I could show up places, and a lot of people really didn't know. I didn't share a lot of my symptoms with people because I felt like it was a weakness. And I had always been a very strong person. So I thought somehow I'm gonna kick this thing. I'm gonna get better. But y'all, I was on 13 prescription medications. And I always say that the side effects of those medications, and a lot of people that are joining me, I know that have chronic illness, understand that prescription medications were just trading problems for me. And my disease continued to progress. My husband worried about my health constantly. In fact, I wanted to share something with you guys tonight. He is currently deployed, and he's deployed for 14 months. And it just proves the way that God goes before us to prepare everything that we need before we get there. The Lord knew that if I was in that physical condition with my husband being deployed, that I would not have been able to maintain my home and take care of my children without substantial help. And y'all, I'm doing it pretty much on my own. Of course, I have a wonderful support system around me that helps me and encourages me and loves on me and my children. But he stayed in the reserves because our medical expenses would have ruined us financially. My prescriptions alone were over $6,000 every 3 months. So he stayed in the reserves, and so as a result, he's serving our country right now, and I'm so proud of him for that. But I just wanted to just share my heart about what happened. So as I was living in this just state of illness, I pushed myself and I went to church one night. It was a Wednesday night. It was a women's Bible study. And I sat by a lady, Cheryl Muller, and I sat by her because I had just moved to a small town, and I knew that she wasn't from here either because she had a New Jersey accent. And so I sat by her, and after the service, she just put her hand on my arm and asked me, "Are you okay?" And it wasn't the kind of asking, "How are you doing?" that you just say, "Yeah, I'm good, I'm fine, how are you?" It was like heartfelt. And I just poured my heart out to her and told her everything that I had been going through. And interestingly enough, she asked me if I had ever considered gut health. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, yes. I mean, for years I had been trying all these diets and all these supplements and anything anybody could tell me that could help with the symptoms that I was dealing with. And so she told me about the products, and as a nurse, I've been a nurse for 14 years, I have been researching, and everything was bringing me back to gut health. So I met her for lunch just a few days later, and she gave me a pack of Slim. I went home, I tasted it, and I thought, oh, it tastes good, you know, but I didn't really I didn't feel anything different, so I didn't really do anything with it. A few days later, she followed up and she brought me 3 more packs of Slim. On the 3rd day, I'm not going to say that I was just like, oh, I'm better, you know, overnight, but I had such a lift in my mood, particularly when I woke up in the morning was when my pain was the worst, and I had the hardest time. It literally took me about 2 hours to get my day started every day, and it was this ritual of coffee, medication, sitting, praying, digging myself out of this pit of discouragement, facing a day I felt like I physically couldn't do. So that lift in my mood was enough for me to go, you know what, there's something to this. So I called her, she came to my house, she helped me sign up and get my products, and I think my body was just such in a nutrient deprived state that I had very quick results. I signed up the last week of December 2017. By February, I already had improvement. And when I saw my rheumatologist, he was blown away at the results that I was getting. And he said to me, I don't know what plexus is, but don't change anything that you're doing. And that reminded me today, too, as I was thinking about my testimony and thinking about how my life was before the products. And you guys, I was at the doctor at least monthly, at least. And I had to see my rheumatologist every 3 months, have blood work done. My lab results were always not good. And there was usually more medications involved. So I'm happy to say I have been to the doctor 1 time in the last year. And that was just for a routine checkup. And it's interesting, one of the girls on our team that we ran into tonight at the restaurant was actually the nurse at my doctor's office. So she knows firsthand what I was going through. And I'm so thankful for these products. I know that it was God's plan to bring healing to my life so that I can share with other people. And this is why I share. I share with passion because it literally changed my life. I don't have to take any medications. I'm completely free. In fact, I just got home from a trip. I was gone for almost a month. Convention was 5 days of that in Las Vegas, and I walked until I literally had blisters on the bottom of my feet without a wheelchair. So if that's not a testimony, I don't know what is. And I'm so grateful to have the opportunity to share these products and to see it changing other people's lives. I'm just blessed going and coming. So thank you so much for listening to my testimony. Thank you so much for this amazing community. I love our team and everything that we're doing. Thank you.